Sissimia. Y'all, The Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 14, looks like the girls are on the move, and it looks like I just broke a story for another cash trip. What am I talking about? Y'all, watch this spread all over the internet. It looks like The Real Housewives of Atlanta are on the move, and they are on another cash trip. Now, if you guys don't remember, I broke the story that they were on their first all cash trip to New York. Well, guess what, baby? They're on the move again. Y'all want to know where the other cash trip is? Well, I'll tell you. Woo! The other cash trip is somewhere in the U.S. I know what y'all thinking. Are they ever going to get to use their passports? But you know what? Before that, I know you want to see the evidence on how I know they're on a cash trip. Y'all ready to see this? All right, little Tattle Tells, get your pencils out because I'm about to take y'all to school. All right, roll tape. But before I do, hit the like, comment, and subscribe button. Stop acting like it's your first day here. It's YouTube, baby. You know how it works. Now, where was I? Oh yeah, dragging this all cash trip. Y'all, listen, if there's two things we can count on the Real Housewives to do, it's give us memorable times that actually defines what reality TV is, and also take us to some bootleg trick to somebody's backyard where they serve hot dogs and baked beans. Now let's get into these receipts, because that's what you came for. Y'all ready? And yo, stay till the end, because we're going to wrap this up nice and tidy with a bow. Y'all ready for this? All right, let's go. All right, submitted for your approval. Here is Money Low. This is Marlo's Instagram. Of course, it's her because she got the Chanel down to her feet, even chains hanging off of her ski jacket, and she's getting into a Maybach with a private driver. Yep, that's her Chanel booties. They was cute, just at the show. Y'all, this makes sense that this is actually a trip. What's more, it makes sense that if this is a trip, and this is a cash trip, it's actually hosted by Marlo. Why? They always got the new girls hosting these trips. And even though Marlo's not new to the game, it is her first year for Peach. Yo, Marlo's hosting the trip. So the next question is, who was on this trip? Because I know y'all want more receipts than that. Well, I got you covered. Let's see who was on the trip. Bam! We got Kandi and Kenya at the same place. How do we know? Look at this. They're bouncing on the same trampoline. They look like they're in the middle of the woods, which would make sense to where Marlo is being driven, which is probably at most 2 or 3 hours by car. Maybe a little more, but not more than that. But y'all, that's not all. Marlo is sitting here with that same slick back ponytail. This is her Instagram stories from today. She done told us that this was definitely her trip. Look at this. She's sitting here with Sonya, right? The new girl, dressed in head to toe Fendi. Look, working. There's Sheree right there, right? So I guess Sheree rode in that Maybach, and here she is on the couch. Sonya again. They all looking bored. We got Drew Sidor, probably texting Ralph, trying to see if he's still in Florida. And over here, we got Sheree trying to text and see where Tyrone is, y'all. And also, look at this. Moneta. Remember how y'all doubted me? Guess what? Moneta is packed and ready to go. Coincidentally, posting the same day that Marlo posted her all cash trip. Y'all, everybody here, the gang is still here. And while it's not confirmed, it looks like Moneta is actually going to be that 7th peach holder because she was invited on that cash trip. Look at them. Everyone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All of them are there. And we got Moneta packed and ready to go and join them. Y'all, did we crack this case or what? Now, I know y'all wondering, well, where could they be at? It's Real Housewives of Atlanta, so they might be at Uncle Jim Bob's barbecue. They might be at Country John's barbecue if you rep for the Pursuit of Portia. But let's get into this. So the next question is, where are they? I know by looking at the trampolines that Kenya and Kandi was bouncing on, you might be like, yo, they at Lake Bailey. But we know that's not happening because Cynthia don't mess with that show because they ain't invite her back. So where are they? Well, let's see. Now for that, we can look to Miss Kenya Moore for some information. Why is it? This is also from Kenya's story. She talking about good morning, and when she spins around, she's in somewhere with the woods. Y'all, this makes sense that they would be someplace close by. Again, it has to be someplace drivable. That's where Marlo's driving, right? Like I said, she ain't taking a Maybach to the airport. And now Kenya is also out of town. And she's out of town in some place. She's about to pan the camera. It looks like Stone Mountain or Tennessee or someplace really close to Georgia. This tracks, right? Marlo's out of town. Now Kenya's out of town. They did this same stuff when it was New York. This tracks that there's some place that's probably within a 2 or 3 hour drive. However, right? Now, look at this house. We're about to get into, like, where is the luxury, right? Are they, before they said it's because of the pandemic, are they still on pandemic? Are they still wearing masks or something? Because honestly, where's the luxury? But it is a beautiful morning. Anyway, we got Marlo for private driver, I think, to go host her first all cash trip. We got Kenya, we got Candy, and we got them, I don't know, in Stone Mountain, Lake Lanier. All right, so we got Candy, we got Kenya, we got Marlo looking like she's going to the French Alps. Meanwhile, Kenya's dressed like she's going up the Stone Mountain, and Candy's just having fun bouncing on the trampoline. Listen, I'm telling y'all, there is a cash trip going on right now. It has to be someplace close. Why? Because if you look at that video, I'll put it right here, Marlo is actually getting into a car, and unless she has a full-time private driver and a Maybach, it looks like she's probably getting dressed too, and she's dressed Chanel head to toe, right? You know, money low. It looks like she is literally has a private driver and dressed in Chanel from head to toe so she can make a grand entrance, because I'm willing to bet that Marlo was the one hosting this cash trip. Now, y'all, let's also talk about the producers. Why, if this is a cash trip, I don't understand how the highest rated Bravo show in history keeps having these same bootleg cash trips. Why? Why is there no glitz? Why is there no glamour? Why are we sitting there watching them pull up to the Howard Johnson in Stone Mountain and jumping on a trampoline? Now, don't get me wrong, this is cute for any other type of way, but we just got off of the glamour and glitz that is the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. They literally gave us beautiful lighting, beautiful camera angles, and even though everything was in their house because it was still locked down in pandemic, Dorit had a fashion show in her house. Kyle had every flower and marigold in the Antelope Valley picked and put in her yard. I mean, honestly, is this the best they have to offer? Y'all, listen, this is a history of Real Housewives of Atlanta. If you think about it, ever since South Africa, the cash trips have gone down. Now, I have heard the reason for that is that the Real Housewives of Atlanta get paid the most. So they don't really put that much budget. The production doesn't put that much budget into the trips because they're dumping it over to the cast. Beverly Hills is a different case. They are not the highest paid, so there's a lot more money to dump into production. And I'm sorry, not production, but jump into the cast trip. I look at this as a bit of an excuse because it's like saying we pay our workers more money than anyone, so there's not going to be any food on the shelves or clothes in the store when you come in because we're busy paying our workers. Honestly, what sense does that make? Give us glamorous trips. Give us glamorous trips. What is going on? Are we going to have to watch another thing of the? And I don't even understand. I honestly don't understand it because, y'all, let's be real. If they would just invest a little bit in the trips, I think it would bring people back. And maybe this isn't the main cast trip. This is, maybe they heard our pleas and this is a mini trip to kind of what our palette, you know, a little activity, whatnot. What could they be doing and where could they be at? Because judging by Marlo, she didn't get in a Maybach and a private jet, private driver to go to a plane, even a private plane. That must mean that they're driving someplace. It has to be Tennessee, Stone Mountain, or someplace like that. You guys, can we start a petition to bring the glamour back to the Real Housewives of Atlanta? Can we do that? Can we start a petition that we can actually see our girls use their passports? Can we start a petition that for now on when we see parties, and probably Candy's going to be the one that's throwing them because she's the only one that throws glamorous get-togethers or parties, they actually zoom out and let us see the flower arrangements and all that mess? Listen, I'm going to withhold judgment. I actually miss the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I am so looking forward to it coming back and reviewing it. After the OC, I'm excited because maybe they can bring back that glamour. I am hoping and waiting for it, aren't y'all? I'm going to withhold judgment. I'm hoping this is just a mini little get together. But judging by the way Marlo was dressed in Chanel boots and Chanel ski jackets and whatnot, but then again, Marlo wears Chanel to get up and brush her teeth and then lay back down in bed. So that's not saying much. Money Low always got that drip on. However, did you notice a little bit on Marlo's story that she seems to be beefing? And judging by the reaction, I think so. I know who she might be beefing with. But the question is, why? Y'all, stay tuned for that. In the meantime, let me know what you think. Do you think that they don't need spectacular cast trips to be interesting? Do you want them to show an interesting cast trip just so you can do the damn thing? But let me know in the comments what you think, because I'm super, super, super interested to know. All right, my little Tattle Tells, I'll talk to y'all later.